I ran a one-day training session in Cardiff, actually, on evaluation, which was face-to-face at the Wales Millennium Centre. Um, and it was just really fascinating. It was a really interesting session. We had some fundraisers there and some independent artists, so it was a quite a really interesting mix of people, and that was pretty much my normal practice at that point in 2019. Between us, we kind of came up with a way of piloting that with the Rubicon team, where we would test an online workshop and see how it worked, how we could structure it in terms of evaluation, learning, evidence gathering, trying to empower people really to feel confident about evaluation instead of looking at it as something that sat over there to be done at the end of a project. Um, and actually that led to us developing what we called a set of scaffolded provision, which involved some one-to-ones, it involved some group work, some buddying, and some sort of more advanced work with people who'd done the initial training. And that was, for me, it was a massive, massive learning curve. And I learned a lot from it. I learned a lot from working, with the people that were involved with the programme, who were bringing very diverse projects. And sometimes they were quite challenging. You had to find different tools, different approaches, kind of go, okay, I'm not quite sure about that. Let's have a think. The involvement's been quite widespread, I would say, and at the minute, I'm about to run some one-to-one sessions as part of the programme that will just be, they're 1 hour long, one-to-ones with people who want specific support with an evaluation that they're carrying out. So we're going to test that out to see how that works remotely as well. And it was great just to go back through all of that data and try to sieve it. I mean, sieve's probably the right word, putting it through a sieve and trying to come out with the kind of the nuts and bolts really that would describe what has been a hugely impactful programme. So it was challenging because there was a lot of material, but it was also a really interesting process trying to kind of delve into it and find the nuggets of material and information, and then to produce a document that was digestible and not highfalutin, but easily digestible. And I have to say, I love working with you. I think you provide incredible support to not just the people who are attending the events, but the people who are running the events. You've been incredibly supportive to me as a practitioner as well. So I think it's an incredible project and really, really valuable. And I think it's an incredible model. And I just don't know why nobody else has thought of it. I think it probably comes back to the role that you have within Rubicon, that your role as mentoring and training, facilitating mentoring and training through Rubicon is actually in itself quite unique. And so you've scaled that up or rolled it out across Wales in a way, for the community dance profession. And I wonder if it's partly to do with that it's remained quite unique. I've not come across anything else like it. I think it is. I think it's something that more people should be looking at and should know about. It's incredibly successful and very impactful.